And we're going to do some what is sometimes referred to as bone tracing. And this is also a kind of like a massage technique. And for this, you might want to start off sitting down. So I'm going to start just sitting on my ball a little bit. And you can sit in whatever way is comfortable for you. We're going to start with the feet. And get yourself in a position where you can hold a foot. And start exploring your foot with your hands. And you can look at your foot as you explore your foot. And what we're going to do here is trace our bones. And as we trace the bones, or what I mean by that, first of all, is feeling them. So you can feel your toe bones. Your toe bones connect to long bones in your feet. And then at the arch, you have a whole collection of small bones. It actually looks like the arch of a bridge. And then your heel bone is kind of big, and your ankle bones kind of hold your heel bone. And so tracing the bones of your feet, and as you trace them, as you feel the bones, do some massage here. And we're going to say that what we're doing is separating the muscle from the bones a little bit. So we're kind of just trying to feel the bones, but also clarify the bones in relationship to the soft tissues around them. And let's go up the heel, and then we'll kind of come up that ankle. And in your foreleg bone, or your foreleg, you have two bones, and one is at the front, that's your shin bone. It's easy to feel. The other one is on the side. It's called your fibula, and it's much harder to feel. It's encased in muscle, but you can feel the kind of attachment knob at the top, and then your outer ankle is the lower part of your fibula. So when you get into your foreleg and your calf and your shin, kind of just feel for the difference, right, between soft body, hard body, right? Soft tissue, hard tissue, the tissue of bone, the tissues of muscle being full of blood, kind of more of a fluid tissue. And then come up to your knee, find your knee joint. The knees are ruled by Capricorn, right? And out of all the joints in our bodies, the knees are some of the most straightforward, and they like to move in one direction, right? So they're not, they're not shoulders that can be really loopy and do a lot of things. Knees are like, I extend and I flex. That's what I do. Okay, so feeling your knee joints, letting your fingertips trace the joints of your knees. Can you feel the shape of this joint? And then letting your hands come up and find the thigh bone inside of all of your muscle, right, and fat of the thigh. And it can feel really good here to grab on to the chunk of your thigh, right, and pull it away from the bone. A lot of our fascial tension, what we perceive as muscular tension in our body, a lot of it is fascial tension. And it's where the binding of the fascia gets kind of stuck around attachment points, often around bones. Okay. Pull up the flesh of your quadricep, right? Feel like you can pull it off of the bone a little bit. And we're gonna kind of do this side all the way to the top of the limb. So now I need to get up off of my chair so that I can get into the butt, right? And here I'm looking for my hip bone, the ilia, and then the sacrum, right? The base of my spine. And can I pull my butt flesh away from my sacrum? Whew. Feels nice. Okay, and then let's just stand for a moment. Okay. And now, can you feel the difference between your two sides? The leg that you were just working on and the leg that you were not working on. I bet feel different. Notice that difference. And then let's do the other side. I can see a couple of people on video, Camilla and Saskia, Elizabeth. Did you feel a difference between your two sides? Just a thumbs up or thumbs down? Yeah, right. Okay, we're doing the other side now. So you know what we're doing. Okay, we're gonna start at the foot and we're tracing the bones. And as we trace the bones, what we're doing is we're bringing consciousness to them. We're helping the bones know themselves. And as we do the work of separating muscle from bone, or exploring the space between the bones, the soft tissues and the hard tissues, we're clarifying some of that space. Let's come up the ankle and start to work on the lower leg. And so as we clarify this space, you know, energetically, it's a metaphor, but it also, I think, really works like this. Body work is incredibly healing for our energy bodies and our relational bodies. That just like our energetic and emotional patterns, our bodies are like this too. Our softness sometimes needs to become hard in order to do some support that we're not getting structurally. Okay, so come up over your shin and your calf. Make sure you're getting into those tissues. So in our bodies, if we're not clear about our structural support, right? If our bones are unknown to us, or if for whatever reasons, we might have some postural imbalances. Okay, let's get into the knee. Then what can happen is our soft tissues start to try and do the work of the bones. The muscles try and be bones, right? The fascia tries to be bone, feeling all the way around your knee. And that's just not going to work because those tissues are not bone, and muscles are made to move bones. And fascia is made to bring fluid containment, connective support. But the bones are the structural support. Come on up to the thigh. Work around all sides of your thigh, really clarifying the thigh bone. In our Cancer Capricorn, you know, life experiences, sometimes we don't have structural support for our emotional bodies, right? We might have partners or friends or parents or live in a society that says your feelings aren't allowed here, your feelings aren't real. Right? We don't have the containment, the right container that honors the truth of the feelings while also helping us manage them. And so when that happens, what do? We get gripped, right? We get hard. It's tense. Come on up and let's get the top of the leg. So up underneath your butt, feel your sit bone all the way around your hip bone. Okay, so we're doing a physical practice today that we can think of as a metaphor. We want to clarify container and inner stability so that the soft tissues can experience more ease, more fluidity and circulation. Okay, and then go ahead and let that rest and just feel both sides.